belong to that individual. So you're in that spot where you're ready to, one, totally work in on who you are as a soul and as a spirit having a human experience is how I want to word that, to becoming into a master teacher zone. Because a lot of the stuff, and I don't even think you realize it, you know a lot of already. It is only being woken up. Okay? It's only being woken up. You already have everything you're seeking in this course. It's only waking up and being open to the opportunity to receive new information to help it in this timeline. And when I say this timeline, I don't mean feel it. Nope, you got to re-rub. You didn't go straight to it. Rub, 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 rub. Breathe in. Okay. This is your first contact with your energy. So I want you to really zoom it up here. And then there. Feel that ball. Feel it? You feel that connection? You can go like this and you can feel the energy move. It's like sticky tape, like rubbery tape that you can move back and forth. You feel it? Okay, let's play with that ball for a second. Just play with it. So if you're holding the ball and you see golden light, it has a lot of energy in it, right? It's just swirling energy, and you have total control over this energy. Notice how the energy is electrical, kind of. Okay, so now I want you to focus on that ball, and I'd like you to turn it pink with your mind's eye. Oh, it was a nice one. Go cross-eyed. Now notice how warm it gets. Do you notice how color changes its vibration? Now take it like a crystal ball and hold it in your hand. Do you feel that? That's your power right now. Do you feel how it's zooming? Okay. You feel that?
Yes.
Now, is it full of love? Fill it with love.
Yes.
Fill it with love. Take it and put it right at your heart chakra. Boom. Breathe in. Open up your heart to you. Now notice the tingle, and do you notice how your chest suddenly felt lighter?
Yes.
That's because you just gave yourself the first bubble of energy and love. Okay, you didn't give it to somebody else. You gave it to you. Throughout this, you are number one in your book. This is all about you. Every bit of it. This is why I'm so happy. Notice how you feel suddenly just so happy?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing you always want to give yourself is love and happiness. Golden energy is energetic life force. Anywhere you've got an owie on your body, or if you're hurting somewhere, or if you feel something kinking up your neck or anything, the first law of self-love is to give to yourself. Okay? So you're going to make your energy ball. Anytime you're feeling an owie or anything, you're going to make your energy ball. And you're going to go gold. You fill it full of the golden sparkles. You're going to really feel it zooming up. You're zooming up. You're zooming up. And then you're going to go into that pink energy of unconditional love. Okay? This is rule one. And you just put it all over your body, all through your auric shield, which looks like an egg. Okay? Did you get yours all over your body, all over your auric shield? It looks like an egg. We're doing it together, girl. Okay. Whew, that's big energy. That's big energy. Do you see your energy can expand all around
Yes.
you in a moment, in an instant, with your intent? Your nose is clearing.
Yes, it is.
It's clearing. It's because you're giving, we started with heart. You're clearing out whatever blockages have been kind of in a little bit of a stagnant from you knowing the information that you already know. So let it drain. I have my Angelica and cinnamon honey tea going on today. Okay. So when you're working with constructive energy, you are allowing yourself, and we just worked with constructive, you are allowing yourself to be filled with love, filled with light, with your intention. The mental mind, with your thoughts, with energy, creates a vibration. Okay, so those vibrations work on your thought forms. So say, for instance, you were thinking, oh, this person right over here is very lovely. I really like them. I enjoy them. I enjoy their energy. I enjoy being around them. I'd like to get to know them better. This is a constructive connection. If you get in somebody's vibration and you start thinking negative, or you start thinking bad thoughts, well, let's not call them bad, harmful thoughts, or you start thinking like something weird and freaky is around, then you know you have gone into somebody's energy vibration where they've got something going on. Okay. And in this case, you're going to focus yourself in the vibration of love. Destructive forces have a very hard time holding on to an energy vibration that thinks love. Okay, when you're thinking love, you're thinking the highest vibration there is. They cannot penetrate your shield. They cannot penetrate who you are. So you send that vibration to source with love and consciousness so that it can find its way to itself with love. Okay, so it puts them more onto that vibration of wanting to heal themselves than attacking you. Okay, so this is extremely important. It took me years to figure it out. I still have to practice it in this line of work, because you'll run across people that have gone to the darkness, because of a mate or a family member or something through their tree of life, that hasn't been healed out yet. And since we're in this time of ascension right now, it's about coming into your personal power before jumping in and helping somebody else. You've got to have a life jacket. You've got to. The life jacket is love and light. That is that life jacket. Being connected to yourself, being in your body 100% and fully, keeps you from, and I'm not saying that you're always going to be in your body. I'm just saying, in general, if you're feeling like energy is penetrating into your auric shield, and you're going to learn all about the aura, all about the chakras, everything. But today we're going through cause and effect. Okay. For the rest of the session, for your first teaching. And then we'll go into today's teaching, which is very cool as well. So that's good.
I think I'm able to record it here. I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Are you recording right now?
I will start recording.
Yeah, start recording, because you're going to want this.
Okay.
And I was like really upset that I couldn't do anything about the situation. It just was. Okay. So, but you don't mind me smoking my cigarettes. So that's good. Well, it can't affect you over there.
No.
So, and everything over here should be totally hooked up next week. Like the solar will be on, everything's just a little behind schedule, but that's because we had that hurricane. So back to where I was, cause and effect. When you're putting out positive vibrations, those positive vibrations come back to you in a karmatic wheel. All right. So say, for instance, wow, I am so happy that I choose to share happiness everywhere I go. Okay, I choose. Very important in spiritual language. I choose and I am. Major statements in the spiritual realms. Okay, so like your path. I know who I am. I know my path. I walk my path. This is something that is going to be very important, because when you are working on you and you're in that constructive energy, you're going to vibrate to you those people who are ready to learn or to be healed with your vibrational frequency. So if your frequency is in love and light, like real light being the soul energy of who you truly are, then what happens is you are coming up into that higher purple vibration with love and can transmute the energies around you. So say there's energy on a client you're working on in the future, because you will be. And it is like a parasitic energy. You're going to send that parasitic energy to source, and we'll get into what source is a little bit down the road here, to source with love and consciousness. So it has the opportunity to transmute into the light. It has to have the opportunity. This is how you get around karma. Do you see what I mean? Like you get around, because when there are destructive forces coming from a situation, say you're helping somebody who's going through a divorce, you're going to run into all kinds of destructive forces with that. Do you see what I mean? So as a healer, as a light being, I'm not going to say a light worker, I'm going to say a light being, because you're going to do your mission. Right? You're going to do your mission as a light being. It's like you've got to be able to stay in your energy, hold your space, at the same time as helping another person realize their light. Like they've got to realize their light. Because if they're in the darkness, they're seeking the light. Okay? That it just is yin and yang. They're seeking it. Doesn't mean that they know it. Okay? It doesn't, because a lot of people have lived a life of illusion. They're not awake to whom they truly are. And so, like, you grew up in a foreign country, for instance, and then you moved over here where the laws were totally different. Totally different. A totally different vibration. You had to catch your footing. You had to, work your way to a totally different location that suited your vibrational energy better. But it was like you had a cage to come out of with that. And so we walked that. We came out of that. Now you're in that spot. Okay, you've had your freedom for a couple of years. You've earned it. You've earned every bit of it, girl. Every bit of it. But it opens you up to a brand new journey than where you were, from where you came from in a foreign country, to America, to who you are now. Look how far you've come. And give yourself a pat on the back. Like, seriously, let's do it. Seriously, let's do it. That is called self-love. That was something you had to learn all on your own, was that self-love. You had to want it with every fiber of your being to get where you are. And you did. And you are still going. That is how I know I am looking right now at a future master teacher. All right. So now we're going to go into what happens when we use our energy to cause a bad issue for somebody else. So ready? Show you the difference of energy. Very important. Rub your hands together. You're not going to use gold. You're going to use gray. Gray, gray, gray. Dark, ugly gray. Not all gray is ugly, but we're going to call this one, nasty cobwebs, you name it. You go like this. Ew. You feel that? You feel how it feels hollow? How it feels nasty? Do you want that in your energy field?
No.
No, you don't. Do you think somebody else does?
No.
Okay. Yuck. Yuck. Okay. That is a yuck mouth. That is karma. That is not what you're looking for. Okay. So back to the light. Okay. So bring your energy back to light. Golden energy. Pink love. And you're swirling golden energy and pink love at the same time. Bring it in. Put that back on you. There we go. Now, did you feel the difference between the loving energy and the not so positive energy? If somebody comes in and is making you feel yuck, okay, and you taste that hollow energy, it almost tastes like a void in time, right? Then you know they're working with destructive forces. And then you're going to sit back and ask yourself if it's for your personal highest good to work with that person. Okay? Because there are false lights. And what a false light does is they'll speak to you love, they'll speak to you light, they'll speak to you all these things. And then suddenly you're drained of your energy. You were married to one.
Yes.
Okay? You were married to one.
Yes.
Yes, you were. And it took you time to come out of that. It took you time to come into who you are. So working with other people, patience is a virtue. I always look back, not always, but a lot of times I'll look back on my journey kind of as a reference, not always, because you can't compare your journey with somebody else's, but there are lessons in everybody's journeys that somewhere there is a similarity with yourself, or they wouldn't be coming on your path. Does this make sense? So when you're using your psychic eye, this is very cool. The visions you're getting of other people, and then suddenly you're having a memory from your past, that could be a connection point of something they're working on healing from. Okay. I've had some interesting things on this journey of mine where I've learned a lot. And one of the biggest things I learned was if somebody is not working for their self-love, sometimes they're not ready for you as a teacher. Does that make sense? They may be your student later, but they may not be your student at that time. Or they're not quite ready for your time. Or there's a lesson of, is this the right vibrational energy for myself to work with? And am I the right vibrational energy for them to work with? Because without permission, we get conflict for jumping in. Does that make sense? It's always important to ask permission. If you don't have permission, say you're in a session with somebody and you're working on that one thing, okay? If you don't have permission to work on them outside of sessions, don't put your energy there, because that's when you could be stealing their lesson, and that lesson becomes yours. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Which means there is a karmatic lesson at hand for both you and that individual. But when we release from all things that are not authentically who we are, that energy lifts out and we send it to source with love and consciousness. Source being light, source being the consciousness, universal consciousness. We'll call it creation. Okay? Where all things stem from and are manifested from is universal consciousness. Say one person has a dream, they don't do anything with that dream, but they tell somebody else, and then this person over here on this side of the world starts building it. It's because they got that information psychically through the astrals. It came to them. But because this person was the one who dreamed it up and didn't do anything with it, the universe found somewhere else to put that. So if we're following our dreams and we're following our true path, then we are 100% fulfilled. If we are not following our dream and we're not following our true path for ourselves, we find ourselves feeling hollow, like that gray, icky, yucky energy. Does that resonate with you? Does that make sense? Okay,
Yes.
so hold on just a minute. I'm going to step right over here and go to the bathroom, because all this Angelica tea got me. Do you need to go potty?
Yes, I need to do.
Yeah, let's take a potty break.
Me too.